Hey everyone, I'm Rob Anderson. Thanks for checking out another one of my videos. In this video, I'm gonna talk about how I sold my Amazon FBA private label business, about how much I sold it for, some of the reasons, and some of the details, and what's next. So if you're new here, please be sure to like, comment, smash the thumbs up button, anything that can help me get noticed by YouTube because they don't make it easy. So I can reach other viewers like yourself. Super appreciate it. So as I've shared in some of my other videos, I got my start. My first real success in business was with my Amazon FBA business. I created several of my own brands, which I grew from the ground up, and I was able to grow them to be over 7 figures in revenue, and I sold that recently, not too long ago. So it's a very satisfying feeling. I remember when I first started, I took I bought my first order of inventory, 1,000 units, on my American Express credit card. It was 10 grand that I didn't even have on my zero interest 18 months to pay it off. And I really didn't think it would ever grow into something that I could sell, that somebody would ever want to buy. In fact, I was really just trying to escape my 9-to-5. Being an EMT, I used to be an EMT, and I was pretty burnt out. Even though it's good work, noble work, it helps society a lot, I was super burnt out, too low pay. So that's all I was ever trying to do, was escape my 9-to-5. I never dreamed my wildest dreams that I could get a large sum of money for it. But I was so desperate that I put it on my credit card. Now, I don't actually recommend that for anyone. I'm not advocating that. I think it's better to save money to start a business. I'm very against debt, but that just so happens to be my personal story. You know, when you're at the bottom, it's very motivating. Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. Because you realize I need to make changes. Sometimes if you're in a comfortable spot, it's hard to make changes. So yeah, so I never imagined in my wildest dreams that I could sell it. But as my business was growing and being successful, I started pursuing this audiobook thing. And I realized that there was huge potential in audiobooks. I'd applied some of what I learned selling on Amazon into audiobooks and saw greater potential, less competition. It was easier, and I really like digital products. There's no returns. You don't get phone calls, emails, customer service emails. I was getting a lot of customer service emails from my FBA products. My iPhone has just over 500 messages, you know, that I couldn't even get time to call people. You know, oh, this part doesn't fit, this part doesn't fit, you know, oh, you know, what's your return policy, oh, you know, this and that. It became kind of overwhelming. I did have a customer service person, so that helped, but I still got a bulk of communications as a solopreneur. So, you know, when I saw that this was higher quality of life, and it was easier, and it was less saturated, I decided to start investigating the possibility of selling my Amazon FBA business. So selling a business is not too different from selling a house. It does take longer. For me, it took me about 11 months actually to find a buyer, which I was okay with. It was a great business. I was happy to not sell it, but I did want to focus on publishing my own books and having my own audiobook publishing students. So that's the main reason I sold it. My focus is now 100% on my students and helping them, and publishing my own audiobooks and staying current. So I really wanted to be a master at audiobooks, not a jack of all trades type. So for instance, you know, I've recently expanded having my content on sites like Barnes & Noble and Walmart.com, not just on Audible and Amazon. So, you know, having my brain power be more focused on publishing has really helped a lot. I still sell on Amazon, but not like what I used to. So that's really what I've been able to do. So the process did take me about 11 months. It was hard to find a buyer, you know, just like a home, a lot of people call and see, but pulling the trigger is hard. But I ended up selling it to a company, a large company with venture capital. And they're, you know, I won't name them, but they recently became the fastest company to reach $1 billion valuation, which is insane. I never would have imagined that $1 billion company would have wanted to buy my little Amazon FBA business, my little home business, but they did. So, you know, you can actually sell a publishing business too. So if you have an audiobook business or a Kindle publishing business, people will buy those on sites like Empire Flippers. So, you know, that is a possibility. Knowing that, you should know that if you start an online business and it's successful, you can cash out, as it were. And a cash out is a good feeling, especially if you have another business. So that's the main reason. I was just too divided, and I chose audiobooks. But I still love Amazon FBA. It's still a part of my life. I still sell on Amazon, but my focus is now audio. So I sold it. How much did I sell it for? Well, let's just say I sold it for a mid six-figure number. So it was a good amount. It was a life-changing amount. It wasn't so much money though that I could retire and never have to work another day in my life. But it will help me with my publishing business and make some more traditional investments. So that's the story behind it. And the good news is now I'm always testing publishing things, and some of my students in my group are having really nice results. So if you want to learn how to, you know, do audiobooks, self-publishing, all things self-publishing, you know, apply for a spot to be one of my students in the link in the bio. But thanks for checking out this video. I'm Rob Anderson. We'll see you later.